Okay, up next, since we've figured out how to compose an A section, a binary section, a ternary section, and then we recreated a pop song that I wrote, word for word basically, from a recipe, created exactly what I asked you to create. Now you have some experience in how to use the program and how to create a pop song. So now it's time to create your own. There are 3 links here that you need. Composing your own pop song, these are the directions. Composing your own pop song example of a worksheet, and composing your own pop song worksheet. So the first thing I would start with is to read the directions. I would have that open in Notability. Next, I would probably grab a sheet of paper that has a copy of, that sheet of paper would have a copy of the worksheet. So I would have the directions on the iPad, the worksheet and a pencil. What happens with the worksheet is you write down your top 5 style choices, your number 1 style choice, the samples you want for the verse, the chorus, and the bridge, and then the chord progression that you want. So essentially you are not going to start composing for a long time. We're going to spend quite a bit of time, maybe an hour or more, just deciding on the best sounds that might work the best for a song. So we're going to kind of imagine the song for a long time before we actually build it on the screen. That will be tricky for some of you. You're going to want to throw sounds on the screen and start manipulating them. But really what I want you to do is think carefully about your chord progression. This is how a lot of times musicians do it if they want to make a hit. You've got to really consider everything. Yeah, some people just start going and it starts to happen, but they typically have experience with doing everything step by step. So if you get to that point, feel free to go for it. But for now, this is the assignment. This is your task. Create a pop song. You get to start by choosing your own sounds. So I'm not going to read the directions to you on this one, but I am going to show you a fast and easy way to explore all the library of sounds. Right now I only have 4 styles loaded. That's not enough for me. I want more. So I'm going to click on File Manager. I'm going to go to this little computer icon down here and go to Magix Files. In there I'll find the same files that I had when I would go to add styles, and they're all right here. Now here's what I like. You can certainly look at them in different folder layouts. I like just opening them up from the very first one and listening to a couple drum sounds. Then I click this up arrow, and I might listen to some bass sounds. So really all I'm doing right now is just sampling them. So I might go back in then and try the next style. Pick a folder. I know that I don't want 70s funk, so I then go back. I can skip a few if I want, but I want you to listen to most of these, and that takes a long time. At least a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, a whole class period. But I want you to get to know the different styles. As I go, let's say I find something. Ambient Volume 7, E Rhythm. I can always write that down. So here's an example of what that might look like. Here's an example worksheet. I've written down that I like this style or that style. Here's Ambient Volume 7, Minimal Electro Volume 7. These are the ones that I've finally chosen. And if I really like a specific sound, I can write it down, just like these people have written down. Beatbox, Bass B. And I think, oh, you know what, that's going to be a huge, awesome sound. I'll put that in my chorus. Or maybe that's kind of more of a mellow sound. I'll put that in my verse. Unique sound. That could go in the bridge, or the intro, or the ending. So these are sounds that you'll use later. There's also a grading criteria here, how you're graded on sections of form, how you're graded on using melody, harmony, rhythm, and bass, and how you're graded on chord progressions within your music. So like I said, just digging through these sound files by the thousands is really what your first task is. After you've completed the worksheet, you'll ask me to take a look at the worksheet. We can talk about the different sounds that you've chosen. They should all end up being, once you've chosen them, they all need to be from the same folder. So make sure that you're not picking a drum sound from here, a bass sound from here, and a vocal from another place. So make sure that everything matches, it's in the same style. So once I pick big beat, I'm committed to that. That's why I wanted you to take enough time to sample them all and pick your favorite one. Once you've had me look at your worksheet, you can proceed then and start building the song on the screen. And the way you would do that is not through this file manager at all. Do not put sounds on the screen from these folders. You do need to go back then once you've been approved and click on Add Styles, and you would find exactly the one that you're doing. Load those sounds in and then begin creating your song. Okay? Good luck.